What up, everybody? This is going to be a very, very short and simple video. Straight to the point, too. But here's some words to think about. And it's words that Jesus himself said to a bunch of sinful witch hunters, basically, back in the day. And it's, may he, may thee without sin cast the first stone, or he without sin, whatever. But basically, what he was saying is, you have no right to judge this person based on their sins and mistakes and whatnot, unless when you yourself have fallen short and sinned. That's what he's saying. So, yeah. Now, I understand there are a few exceptions. Yes, if a person's, being a pedophile, rapist, things like that, there are certain things that, you shouldn't look past or whatever, and you shouldn't want to associate with. I get that. But when it's something that's like, oh my gosh, this person blocked this person, and because of it, it made him cry, and, you know, again, if the person apologized and whatnot, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Just going to keep it real on that. And people can say, well, we don't buy his apology, things like that. Well, you know what? I'm just going to be honest. You know what? And if people don't like it, block me at this point, because I'm at the point where I'm going to speak out. And if people want to say I'm another Arthur because of what I'm about to say, oh well, whatever. But the fact of the matter is the reason why a lot of people don't have forgiveness or like true forgiveness in people and whatnot is because, well, they're non-believers. They don't believe in God and everything. I mean, there was literally a movie. Well, it was a recap of a movie I seen on YouTube. And it basically was what the world would be like if Jesus never, died for our sins and whatnot. And then they showed that the world would have been overrun by demons, like from hell, and like Satan and his demons. The world would have been overrun by that, and there wouldn't have been no forgiveness in anybody's heart. Everybody would have been hating each other and whatnot, which it's kind of ironic because that's exactly what you're seeing nowadays. The stuff that's prophesied in the end time part of the Bible. So, yeah. Now I know people always want to, that's what I said last night on Sloppy Stream. I said, may he without sin cast the first stone. I said, we've all sinned, so technically we're all assholes. No one has a leg to stand on and be calling this person or that person a bad person when we're all assholes when it's all said and done. Let's just keep it real. So, yeah. So this is what I'm going to say about what I said. I'm going to sound like Arthur here. It's like, nobody can tell me anything about the Bible at this point. They can't. I read the Bible every day. I know exactly what the word says. And I understand what the word says because we have another book that we go by that explains everything a lot better. So, yeah. And this is where I'm really going to piss a lot of people off because according to God's own word, every sin can be forgiven. Even if it is pedophilia or whatever. As long as that person repents and gives their life to the Lord and everything, then they can be forgiven in the eyes of the Lord. And their sin will be forgotten too. That's why I'm saying people about, everyone's going to have to answer for their sins come Judgment Day. Yeah. Unless if they have repented and given their lives to the Lord and everything and put all that behind them. It's the people that still continue to repeat their sins and whatnot that's going to have to answer for it. So, yeah. And that includes if you're that includes pedophilia and all that other stuff. I know a lot of people, they don't want to follow religion because of that. That's whatever. That's on them. That's something they're going to have to answer for one day. Whatever. But here's another interesting part of the Bible. There's a guy known as Paul. Or it was either Saul or Paul. I can't remember. I think it was Paul. I'm not sure. But either way, though, he went around killing Christians. You know what God did? God forgave him and used him to spread his word to other people to save their soul, help save their souls and whatnot. So, yeah. So if God can forgive a murderer and actually use him to spread his word and everything, and actually have a purpose for him, then, I'm just saying, I don't know why it's so hard and difficult for somebody to forgive somebody. Because, oh, well, they said this or they did this or whatever on the internet. That's not really that bad in hindsight, you know. But we're going to hold a lifetime grudge. We're going to make 1,000 videos, 1,000 streams, and whatnot. It's petty. It's immature. So, yeah. And I've seen how people do, where you do apologize to them and everything, and they'll accept your apology or whatever. But the first time you mess up, it don't even have to be related to anything you said or done to them or about them or anything back in the day that you'd already apologized for. But the first time you slip up with something else completely unrelated, it's like all of a sudden the apology you made to them several years ago is null and void. You know. But again, that comes down to them not having the love of God in them. That comes down to them not just simply having the forgiveness that you would get if you was actually following God and whatnot. You know, I'm not even holding anything against anybody anymore at this point. There's people that remind me of my mistakes and everything all the time. And I'm like, yes, I did that, and I'm sorry. I apologize, you know. So all I can do is apologize and hold myself accountable. That's all I can do. You know, I can't go back and change and undo what I did or anything. So all we can do is improve, or try to improve. So it is what it is on that. But it is whatever. It is whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, I think some people just like to. I think they get off on all this internet drama and war and whatnot. That's what I truly believe. So, yeah. So I think no matter how much time goes by or whatever, it's always going to be like this. So, yeah. Y'all take care. God bless. Peace.